Good morning, class 11th. How you all are? Hope you all are well. In today's class, we are going to start a new chapter from the book Snapshots. Chapter 3, Ranga's Marriage. This narrator of this chapter and the author of this chapter is Masti Venkatesha Layengar. Basically, the narrator had tried to just give an example of the society, what they think about a marriage. है ना? Ranga is one of the important character of this story, and the narrator is elaborating about his marriage. Basically, narrator had used a very good combination of English words as well as few words from the Kannada literature to make the presentation of the chapter in a very impressive manner. The way narrator had expressed this chapter, it very humorous and it makes the chapter more interesting. So students, we will start our chapter. Chapter 3, Ranga's Marriage. When you see this title, some of you may ask, Ranga's Marriage, why not Ranganatha Vivaha or Ranganatha Vijaya? Well, yes, I know I could have used some other mouth filling. Mouth filling means notable. One like Jagannatha Vijaya or Girja Kalyana. But then, this is not about Jagannath's victory or Girija wedding. It's about our own Ranga's marriage and hence no fancy title. So in the introductory paragraph, in the first part, narrator is just saying about the title of the chapter. He says that he had opted for a very simple title, Ranga's marriage, because the story moves around the Ranga, which is an important character of the story, and that is the reason he is saying that he don't want a very complicated and mouth-filling or notable title or a fanciful title to this story. You can see that presentation of narrator is really humorous. Khoshali is our village. You must have heard of it. No? What a pity. But it's not your fault. There is no mention of it in any geography book. Those sahibs in England writing in English probably don't know that such a place exists and so make no mention of it. Our own people to forget about it. You know how it is. They are like a flock of sheep. One sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follows it. When both the sahibs in English and our own geographers have not referred to it, you cannot accept the poor cartographer. Cartographers are the person who prepare and draw map. To remember to put it on the map. Can you? And so there is not even a shadow of our village on the map. So here in this second part of the paragraph, narrator is introducing his own village, Khoshali. Then narrator is saying that you might be listening this place for the first time. Okay. So according to narrator, for this थिंग दैट हैपेंड कि आप हम पहली बार इस प्लेस का नाम सुन रहे, दो साहिब लोग जिम्मेदार हैं. वन साहिब हु डू द राइटिंग वर्क मीन्स जो एजुकेटेड लोग हैं वो, एंड सेकंड साहिब खुद इस विलेज के लोग हैं. नाउ नरेटर इज सेइंग दैट कि जो इंग्लिश साहिब है दैट मीन्स द एजुकेटेड पार्ट और एजुकेशन सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी, दे डोंट पे एनी स्पेशल importance to this place, and the sahibs of their own village, that means the people in that village, they are just like the sheep goat, that means no education. If one will fall in the ditch, the other will also follow him and they will also fall. So narrator is saying that कि अगर आपने ये place होशियारी का नाम कभी भी नहीं सुना है, it is not your mistake, it is the mistake of English sahib, that means educated persons and the local peoples of their village. Sorry, I started somewhere and then went off in another direction. If the state of Mysore is to Bharatvarsha, what the sweet Karigadu, that is the name of a Kannada sweet, is to festival meal, then Hosiali is to Mysore state what the filling is to Karigadu. What I have said is absolutely true. Believe me, I will not object to your questioning it, but I will stick to my opinion. So narrator is saying that as he had said you are not familiar with the village Hosiali, but you might be aware about the place Mysore. So narrator जो मैसूर और इंडिया दैट मीन्स भारत को कंपेयर कर रहे हैं एंड ही इज सेइंग दैट जैसे कि करिगोडू इज ए स्वीट डिश जैसे कि अपना मराठी में पूरन पोली होता है एंड इन दैट पूरन पोली जो उसका फीलिंग है दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो इन द सेम वे narrator is saying that if Mysore is famous it is only and only because of Hosiali village. It is the main ingredient and main part of the Mysore. I am not the only one, sorry, I am not the only one who speaks glowingly of Hosiali. We have a doctor in our place. His name is Gundabhatta. He agrees with me. He has been to quite a few places. No, not England. If anyone asks him whether he has been there, he says, no, Anaya. Anaya means a big brother or elder brother. I have left that to you. Running around like a flea-pested dog. Flea-pested. It means the dog which does not stay at one place, है ना? It move to one place to other. It is not for me. I have seen a few places in my time, though as a matter of fact, he has seen many. So narrator is saying that he is not the only person who speaks much about his village, but in the same village, one doctor is also there. He also speaks so much about the village. Then he says that means if someone asks that to the doctor that have you ever visited England, he says that I have visited many places but I have kept that England, that place for you. And he compares the people who is going to England just like a flea-pested dog. That means who don't stick to a particular place but keep on moving from one place to the other. We have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us. I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it. Just take a bite. The soreness is sure to go to straight to your Brahma Mudra. That means our internal part in our head. I once took one such fruit home and a chutney was made out of it. All of us ate it. The cough we suffered from. After that, it was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. In this paragraph, again narrator is saying about the special things of his village. And you will find that all the examples given by our narrator, it's really humorous. And the presentation is also very humorous. So here narrator is saying about one special mango or one special breed of mango that exists in their village. Narrator says that I will give you one, but at the same time he warns कि इसको आपको पूरा नहीं खाना है. You just taste it. आप सिर्फ उसको टेस्ट करो because it is very sour. वो बहुत ही खट्टा है. And then narrator says a story that happened to him and his family. Once narrator bought that special mangoes of Hosiali village, and they prepared chutney of it, and after eating it, they got a severe cough, and then they have to take medicine to be cured. And that time the doctor informed him that this is the special characteristics of the special raw mango of Hosiali village. Just as the mango is special, so is everything else around our village. Narrator is saying that if this kind of special mango we can have in our village, then everything around it will be very special. We have a creeper growing in ever so fine water of village pond. Its flowers are a feast to behold. Feast to behold means very impressive. Get two leaves from the creeper when you go to the pond for your bath, and you will not have to worry about not having leaves on which to serve the afternoon meal. You will say, I am rambling. Rambling means kheenchna, lengthy. It is always like that when the subject of our village comes up. But enough, if any one of you would like to visit us, drop me a line. I will let you know where Posahali is and what things are like here. The best way of getting to know a place is to visit it, don't you agree? So narrator had said about a special mango that they had. Now one more special thing in the Hosiali village is a very special kind of creeper. You might have seen that in the auspicious traditional way, we Indians eat in the different leaves or different kinds of leaf. जैसे कि बनाना लीव्स में फूड सर्व होता है, जो डोना पत्ता बनता है उसमें फूड सर्व होता है, and that is an authentic way. So in the same way, in their village they have a creeper, and that creeper is in the pond. So narrator is saying that if you are going to take a bath, after taking the bath you have to pluck two leaves of that creeper, and you need not worry about the plates for lunch and dinner. So in this way you can see that the special things of Hosiali village, one is raw mango, other is the leaves of this creeper. Then narrator is saying that there are so many things in their village, but if you want to know that, you have to visit to this village, and our narrator, he will help you to reach there and to know the special things there. What I am going to tell you is something that happened 10 years ago. We did not have many people who knew English. Then our village accountant was the first one who had enough courage to send his son to Bangalore to study. It is different now. There are many who know English. During the holidays, you come across them on every street, talking in English. Those days, we did not speak in English, nor did we bring in English words while talking in Kannada. So narrator is saying that 10 years ago, the situation of their village, it was like that only few people know English. As we have seen in the first paragraph itself, according to narrator, those who know English, they are Sahib. That means a special privileged class. So narrator is saying that 10 years back, the first person who went to study at Bangalore, he was one of the rare case of their village who went there and who knows somewhat English. Then narrator says that on those days, if one speaking Kannada, that is in pure Kannada language, pure Kannada literature, not just like mixed with many English words. जैसे कि अगर आज की डेट में जब हम हिंदी बोलते हैं, we use more and more English word. For example, मैं बोलूँ train late है. In this sentence, I think train is English word, late is also an English word, है that is a word from Hindi, but still मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ. I'm not speaking English. So narrator is saying that this was not the case on those days. Everyone used the pure Kannada language, no words mixed with the Kannada language. What was happened in disgraceful, believe me. The other day, I was in Ramarao's house when they bought a bundle of firewood. Ramarao's son came out of pay for it. He asked the woman, how much should I give you? 4 piece, she said. The boy told her he did not have any change and asked her to come next morning. The poor woman did not understand the English word change, went away muttering to herself. I too did not know. Later, when I went to Ranga's house, first time the main character is coming, Ranga's house, and asked him, I understood what it meant. So narrator is giving one example to say that what he was saying about the pure Kannada language on those days it was correct. He is saying that the accountant's son came and when they purchased firewood, he said to the woman who was selling firewood that मेरे पास change नहीं है, I don't have change. The woman was not able to understand the word change and she went muttering, means उसको बहुत गुस्सा आता है, he is not paying for me, and she went, and narrator says that on those days even he have no idea what is change. Then narrator went to Ranga's house and from there he got come to know that what is change. This priceless commodity, the English language, was not so widespread in our village a decade ago. That was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event. People rushed to his doorstep announcing, "The accountant's son has come. The boy who had gone to Bangalore for his studies is here. It seems, and come, Ranga is here, let's go and have a look." So narrator is saying that a decade back, that means 10 years ago, the condition was that only few people know the English. So वो बहुत वेट था उन लोगों को, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस मिलता था. डेफिनेटली अगर नरेटर बोल रहे कि 10 साल पहले ऐसा था, that means today the scenario is changed. But 10 days ago the condition was that whenever Ranga used to come to the home, everyone in the village they want to just see Ranga, है ना, that whether this boy had changed or what all changes have come in Ranga. Attracted by the crowd, I too went and stood in the courtyard and asked, "Why have all these people come? There is no performing monkey here." Means normally narrator is comparing in the first paragraph, comparing his villagers to the goat or sheep who blindly follow everyone, है ना. So your narrator is also doing the same thing. Everyone went to see Ranga when he came from the Bangalore. So our narrator also accompanied, and when there was so much crowd, he says that is there monkey performing here? Because on those days television and all those things not very popular. So the people were normally accumulated when there was a performance of monkey. So in this way our narrator is asking, a boy, a fellow without any brain, said loud enough for everyone to hear, "That are you doing here then?" A youngster, immature and without any manner, thinking that all those things were now of the past, I kept quiet. So when narrator was asking that why everyone gathered here, the one of the boy, narrator is saying that he is very immature, ill-mannered. He said that you are also here, that is the reason the crowd is here. So the narrator is not happy with the reply given by this immature boy. Seeing so many people here, Ranga come up out with a smile on his face. Had we all gone inside, the place would have turned into what people call the black hole of Calcutta, basically a crowded place. Thank God it did not. Everyone was surprised to see that Ranga was the same as he had 6 months ago, when he had first left our village. An old lady who was near him ran her hand over his chest, looked at his eyes and said, "The Janavara," that is a secret thread that Brahman wears, "is still there. He hasn't lost his caste." She went away soon after that. Ranga laughed. So the crowd has gathered there to know that whether the Ranga had changed, the way he is thinking it is changed. So many things they wanted to know, and the people they came and they made themselves clear that Ranga had not changed. Still he was having that sacred thread there. He had not given any religion. Everyone when became satisfied, they all moved to their house. Once they realized that Ranga still had same hands, legs, eyes and nose. The crowd melted away like a lump of sugar in child's mouth. I continued to stand there. After everyone had gone, I asked, How are you, Rangappa? Is everything well with you? It was only then Ranga noticed me. He came near me and did a namaskara respectfully, saying, I am all right with your blessing. So finally, when the crowd was moving, after satisfying themselves that Ranga had not changed, the narrator, he stayed there and he asked that how are you, Rangappa? Rangappa is his full name. So he replied that I am all well, and he had given a namaskara respectfully. Because we had seen that in the previous paragraph, narrator said that an immature, ill-mannered boy had given a very rude reply. But the boy who went to Bangalore, Ranga, he had given a very respectful namaskara to our narrator. So our narrator was now very happy with the Ranga. I must draw your attention to this aspect of Ranga's character. He knew when it would be to his advantage to talk to someone and rightly assess the people's worth. As for this namaskara to me, he did not do it like any present day boy, with his head up, forward the sun, standing stiff like a pole, without joints, jerking his body as if it was either a bone or walking stick, nor did he merely fold his hands. He bent low to touch his feet. May you get married soon, I said, blessing him. After exchanging a few pleasantries, I left. Pleasantries means small jokes. Okay. So as we had discussed, ki narrator is very much moved by the way the Ranga he bent and he traditional as per traditional way he did the namaskar. So now narrator is also happy that the boy who moved to Bangalore he still touched the feet and touched the ground and he is very much satisfied. So I think this much is sufficient for today's class. In the next class we will continue this chapter. Thank you, students.